Hello and welcome to Barb Talks. Today I'm talking about two different aura portraits I've had over the years. One I had back in 2007. I went to a psychic fair because that was one of the few places that I could find bamboo clothes. But while I was there, I looked around at the different booths and the pretty rocks, and one of the things they had was a free booth where you could get your aura portrait taken. Well, of course, there was a huge line behind the free booth, including me, because I thought, well, shoot, it's free. Let's see what my aura looks like. So I got this picture, and it is a very solid orange egg around my body. Orange-red, artistic, physical, creative, expression, and excitement. But online, this is what I've read about a solid orange-red egg aura now. An orange-red aura in a clear egg shape indicates you are currently radiating a powerful mix of vitality, bold creativity, and self-confidence. The egg signifies a well-defined, balanced, and protected energetic field, while the color reflects an active approach to life and passions. This blend fuses the creative, expressive, and thrill-seeking nature of an orange aura with the confident, action-oriented force of red. It points to strong leadership, grounded ambition, and a highly dynamic or magnetic personality. The clear egg shape represents the protective auric envelope surrounding the body. A clear shape suggests your energy is solid, focused, and not clouded by stress or emotional overwhelm. It indicates a healthy, cohesive, energetic field that balances your drive with protection. So I thought that was pretty well described what I was doing in 2007. In 2007, I was very much on-hands mom when it came to getting my kids what they needed. Did you get your homework done? What do you need to support that? In my work life, it was the peak of my career in modeling, in acting, in broadcasting, but mostly it was the peak of my career when it came to my voice talent. I was just go, go, go. I was making good money. I was everywhere in the audio industry. I was on Message on Holds. I was on business movies. I was on radio commercials. I was the voice in television commercials. I was the overhead voice at doing customer service in stores. I was doing the voice of the person at airports. It was like I was everywhere in 2007. And so it totally makes sense that I was guarding my energy, I was focused, I was moving forward in all areas, organizing, making sure that things are getting done in the house, that are getting done in my job. And I think I also was part of a book group then. I also was doing the Swap Positive Network. I was just so busy. So it makes sense that I had an orange egg aura. So I thought that was very interesting. And this was at a different company. It was done at Glimmer Wellness Center, New Moon and Full Moon Aura Portraits and Readings. And it was done by a lady by the name of Chel. I think it's Aura Archive is the name of her business. I just found her online and thought, I wonder what my aura looks like now. Can an aura change? Well, let's show you the main changes here. It's like huge changes. I've got not just a solid orange, but I've got like a red orange. I've got purple orbs. I'll tell you about that. I've got magenta up here, which actually looks like there might be some orbs in the magenta as well. This is what I've learned about this much more colorful picture that I took in 2026. I'm basically looking at this whole thing. The combination reflects an intensely creative, spiritual, and dynamic personality undergoing significant transformation. Wow. The fuzzy egg shape points to a highly active physical and emotional life, balanced between grounded manifestation and awakened intuition. The red-orange base is a foundation of your aura that represents vitality, strong willpower, and passionate drive. The red provides grounded physical life force, while the orange adds fluid creativity and a desire for bold, adventurous experiences. To boldly go where no man has gone before. I like that. The magenta in the upper right here, is a bridge between the physical and the spiritual realms, often associated with nonconformist, free-spirited, and highly artistic thinkers. It indicates that you have an original way of expressing your ideas and are likely pushing boundaries in your creative or personal life. The violet-purple orbs, you can see those right there really clearly. Purple is the color of the third eye chakra. The orbs represent spiritual awareness, psychic intuition, and divine connection. Seeing these specific orbs suggests that you have strong intuitive guidance and are tapping into higher wisdom or receiving supportive spiritual energy. So the interpretation breakdown says physical versus spiritual. The heavy orange field points to someone highly active in the material world, while the magenta and purple represent a high degree of spiritual depth, originality, and mental stimulation. And then the right versus the left. In aura photography and chakra theory, the right side often represents outward expression. So that would be that one, the outward expression, giving an active masculine projective energy. Your right side, magenta, indicates your vibrant, rebellious, and bold approach to interacting with the world. Conversely, the left side relates to inward experiences, receiving an intuitive feminine energy. Your left side violet orbs highlight deep inner vision, spiritual growth, and openness to divine inspiration. This is just fun. On the picture that I got in 2007, it didn't go down to my gut. So all I saw was this big orange egg. But the one I got in 2026 went down a little bit more. And there is magenta here, and there's blue here. Even though I'm wearing a blue shirt, you can tell that, the red was like really strong over the blue. But I mean, in this area here, the blue is very clear. The throat, you could tell, is a lighter color. My face is more as the red-orange. And then there's this area that's magenta. So, to tell you about that is the gut solar plexus. In aura photography, magenta glow radiating from the solar plexus is your core energy center. It symbolizes a vibrant blend of the physical and spiritual. It indicates that you are stepping into a period of radical self-transformation, channeling high physical energy into creative innovation, and embracing a fiercely authentic life. Blending the physical drive of red and the intuitive processing of blue, magenta reflects a mind that works differently and approaches life in an original, innovative way. The rebel energy. Magenta is a maverick color. It signifies you're likely a nonconformist who isn't afraid to challenge the status order and march to the beat of your own drum. It represents someone who relies heavily on their gut feelings and inner truth rather than seeking societal approval. Okay, now getting to the blue around the heart and throat in an aura photo points to the open and active throat chakra, which is communication, truth, and authenticity, coupled with a heart chakra characterized by empathy, compassion, and emotional healing. It indicates a period of speaking your truth and kindness and listening to your inner voice. So, breaking down the meaning of the aura, that area governs the throat chakra, which rules self-expression, communication, and honesty. A blue glow here means you're likely speaking your truth, sharing profound insights, or feeling a strong pull to communicate authentically. Around the heart represents the heart chakra, which is the center of empathy, unconditional love, and compassion. When blue appears here, it signifies that you communicate from the heart and likely offer deeply supportive, trustworthy, and healing energy to those around you. So, what does that mean? It means you value meaningful, honest conversations and likely act as a peacemaker or trusted confidant in your relationships. This combination is common for teachers, healers, counselors, and artists who use their voice or creativity to inspire others. But, and here's the negative about having a blue aura photo of a heart, is it says, blue represents deep empathy. Having this energy concentrated in your upper chakras means you may be susceptible to taking on other people's emotional baggage. It's a reminder to ensure you aren't overextending yourself or giving too much of your energy away. You know, basically everything here is true. So now I also was wondering about this side where it's magenta, but it sure looks like there might be some orbs there as well. So I looked up online about possible magenta orbs on the right side. And it says, in aura photography, magenta orbs on your outer right side indicate supportive, masculine action energy or spirit guides who are encouraging your unique creativity, nonconformity, and free-spirited nature. So I really like that idea. You know, back here, I was just totally focused on doing my own thing, but it looks like in this aura photo, I'm open to having guidance from ancestors or spirits or whatever positive force wants to help me through the remainder of my life. I'm going, that sounds like a wonderful thing to me. You know, we can use all the help we can get. And also, I think I already talked about this, but the orbs on this side, it says when a violet orb appears on the outer feminine side of your photo, it generally means you're being supported by higher energies to step into your spiritual purpose. You may be in the process of calling in new wisdom, trusting your inner knowledge, or opening up to intuitive insights that are guiding your future. So my interpretation of the interpretation is it's pretty spot on. Right now, I recently retired, so I have time to kind of sit back and think about, well, what else is there? What else can I do? What else can I feel? And I've enjoyed my garden. I've enjoyed these barb talks. I've enjoyed my life. But I do know that before I retired, I was more focused on how is this all going to work? How can we save money? How can we invest money? What kind of work can I do to be able to provide for myself and my family? How can I make a positive difference? What am I logically doing to be able to move this forward? And what can I start to be able to create a better world? I was very focused on that before I retired. And now that I'm retired, I'm looking at life a little differently. I'm thinking, well, I'm in my mid-60s. I've done an awful lot of stuff. Maybe I can just relax for a little bit. Like my husband says, maybe we can take a gap year. And I don't have the desire to, I'm going to go to Europe, or I'm going to go do this, or I'm going to take this big bike ride across the divide, or whatever. I don't know. A lot of my friends that are retiring are doing all these really exciting things. And they're like got bucket lists and are moving forward, or they've got a new workout routine and all this kind of stuff. And my husband and I are just kind of going, let's just kind of hold the horses here a bit. How can we find our purpose? And I think that really reflects on this photo, because my husband and I have talked about this before I ever got this photo as to where we're both feeling. So I'm very curious to see what an aura photo would look like for him. He's not as into this kind of thing. He's kind of like, I already talked to my ancestors. I'm already fine. I know I'm fine. You know, he's like this really even keel personality that just kind of lives life happy, which has been a big benefit for me because I've been so focused on doing stuff. It's been nice to have somebody in my life who I can just go to and just feel relaxed. So maybe that's part of what this time of my life is that I finally get to relax a little bit. And obviously I need the help from all my ancestors to help me to do that, because otherwise I'd still be doing this in my retirement. So I found it just fun. It's just an artistic, fun thing to see what, why not? Why not open yourself up to experiencing different things? If for nothing else, color theory. So, I don't know. It's not like I'm going to say you should go out and do it. But if you've got a little extra money, of course, this one did cost me money. I think it cost me about $70. But it also came with an interpretation. And she did some Reiki. I might have had Reiki done once a long time ago, but what she did was she had me close my eyes and relax. And that was easy because I can fall asleep like that if I want to. I didn't fall asleep, but I did close my eyes and relax. And then she told me that she was going to be feeling the energy around my body. So I could see, even with my eyes closed, the reflection of when the sun behind me went into her hands. So I knew she was doing stuff in front of my face and around my body. And when she was done doing all that, I opened my eyes. I go, well, what did you feel? And she goes, you have so much power and energy coming out of your solar plexus. Do you make decisions through your intuition? And I go, well, the good ones. So sometimes you have to make decisions due to whatever. But I would say probably most of my really good decisions were made with checking in with my gut first. So I found that really interesting, that I've got all this energy that's just flowing out to the world supposedly through my gut, which is funny because physically I've had gut problems and taken probiotics and all that. So obviously this is more of a spiritual thing than an actual physical thing of going, yeah, oh, your gut's in great shape. I'm thinking, well, is it? But my spiritual gut is in great shape. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you today of two very different readings over a period of time that I am thrilled with. So, thank you for being with me today and letting me share my aura readings. And thanks for watching Barb Talks.